Hello, I'm Full Paragon, and the Golem is back! Again. Well, the Golem is once again exactly the same as he has been the last 2 or 3 times we've gotten him. And Earth has been physical since we got the Ballroom banner. The first day, when we don't have Chris in this arena, doesn't matter. Teams will be the same, just add Chris. Mages are pretty much just not worth using this arena, and we're all familiar with it, so let's go over the teams. As is usual, you can use ReZero Megamine or New Year Megamine for a mage team. They both do a perfectly adequate job of clearing the trash mobs before the boss. And then of course, blowing themselves sky high. You'll want to use Explosion 1 here, as otherwise you won't get enough gauge. Christmas Wiz will continue to be your best option for a mage team, although mage teams are not the best option. Her Earth ultimate works quite well here, dealing a large amount of damage, although you can use her ult 1.5, keep in mind the water typing will cause it to deal reduced damage. Earth Rin continues to be one of the best options for Earth mages, and that will continue to be the case until we finally get a decent Earth Union sometime in the near future. Ninja Aru is basically the only true 4-star Earth Mage, so you really have to use her here if you want to have even a glimmer of hope at getting a decent score with an Earth Mage team, although again, you won't because Earth Mages are distinctly subpar. New Year Aqua is probably the best option for a mage team in the last slot, although you could use Chris if you have her. However, if you have Chris, run a physical team, it's much better. Speaking of Chris, she is very, very broken. I'll release a video soon breaking down exactly why, but suffice to say she's going to be our first S-tier Earth unit, and she deals absolutely disgusting amounts of damage and provides a lot of team support. In the setup that I have shown here, she's best off using her first ultimate for an agility down, but the second version of her ultimate, which provides a tier 3 physical attack buff, is also viable, although in that case, you'll probably want to use Kazuma Front instead of Mitsurugi. Ever since her debut, Ballroom Iris has been one of the best options in Earth, and she can still deal quite a lot of damage here. You can either run her up front or swap her for Eyes or even Earth Leah, or perhaps Kazuma, depending on the setup you're going with Chris. Either way, I'd suggest you run Iris, although she does quite well in the last slot as usual, coming in with that last second burst. It's also viable to use Iris's healing ultimate, depending on how much recovery you need. Then we have the Bunny Boy, Mitsurugi. You can use his welfare version and get comparable results, or you can swap him out for Eyes to provide that tier 3 physical attack buff. However, Mitsurugi is just a fairly strong adventurer right now with his buff and large amount of healing, so I think most teams are probably going to end up using him in front. Then we have Eyes. The Sword Princess is, as usual, fantastic. You can run her up front or in the rear. Either way, she's going to put in some serious work. This is largely because at this point, Earth doesn't have as many great options that can compete with Eyes, although shortly that will be changing and you'll start to see Eyes disappear from this team. For this arena though, she's one of the best options. For last second support, it's really hard to beat New Year Aqua. She can either patch up the boo-boos that your team has and let them go for just a few more seconds, or she can provide that last moment ultimate gauge fill to get off some more powerful ultimates and boost your final score. If you don't want to use Aqua, you can actually run New Year Megamine in that last slot, or even up front, as her explosion and wave clear is, as always, quite powerful. The welfare team is pretty much unchanged from last time. I would suggest New Year Kazuma, he does quite well, although Ballroom Kazuma is obviously going to be much better. The 3-star welfare Earth Mitsurugi is a decent option as well, and Earth Leah, whether we're talking about her welfare version or her school version, is good enough to use with the main team depending on how you want to set things up. Pizza Iris is a strictly inferior version of Ballroom Iris, but she can get the job done. And Slappy Rin is there just because she's one of the very few options that Earth has that are solid for welfares. If you're looking to upgrade this team a little bit, you can use Danmachi Aqua or Bell to get some pretty impressive results for a physical team. That's the video, thanks for watching. I will of course be doing a stream to pull for Chris on the day that she launches, as without her, you may as well not compete in Earth Arena. I'll also be releasing a video before too long going over Chris's swimsuit banner and delving into just why she's going to break the Earth meta wide open.